If you are looking for something new and different for the upcoming Compliance Week celebration in November, check out The Compliance Kids. It's my 3-book children's series on compliance and compliance professionals for children. But they make great gifts and great training tools for your employees. You can check it out on Amazon.com. We've linked to it in the show notes. The Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
If you're a compliance officer, middle managers are crucial in getting your programs from you to your frontline employees. But how do we activate those managers and get them on our side? Ethico's new Middle Manager Toolkit equips you with the skills needed to empower your managers, to promote a culture where ethical behavior thrives and employees feel empowered to speak up. Learn how to turn frontline managers into ethical leaders with our new white paper, Empowering Middle Managers as Ethics Champions. And did I mention you can get the whole toolkit for free? Head to ethico.com to download the full toolkit today.
Today on the Compliance Tip of the Day, we consider 5 keys to communication compliance. When it comes to corporate compliance, clear and effective communications is non-negotiable. Your employees are not only your first line of defense, but also the customers of your compliance program. A well-communicated compliance function can shift the perception of compliance from a bureaucratic formality to a valued corporate asset. To establish this, compliance professionals need to adopt a 360-degree communication approach that emphasizes openness, interactivity, and company values. So what are the 5 keys to a robust compliance communication framework within your organization? Number 1, start with clear objectives, define the why. The first step to any successful compliance communication strategy is clarity of purpose. Make sure you know what you're doing and why. 2, know your audience. Tailor your message for maximum impact. A single compliance message may not resonate with everyone in your organization. In any corporation, there are multiple audiences, so you have to prepare for that. 3, embrace a two-way communication to build a culture of trust and feedback. One of the most crucial aspects of compliance communication is creating an open line of dialogue both up and down the chain. Employees should feel comfortable not only receiving information, but raising their hand and speaking up. 4, consistency and frequency. Keep compliance top of mind. Effective communication is not a one-off event. It is a continuous conversation. For employees to internalize compliance principles, reminders, and reinforcements, they must be consistent and frequent. 5, foster engagement through storytelling and real-world examples. Human beings are naturally drawn to stories, so it is no surprise that storytelling is one of the most effective ways to communicate compliance. Sharing real-world examples of both positive and negative outcomes can help. So bringing it all together, incorporating these 5 keys into your compliance strategy will help establish a 360-degree approach to keep your compliance program valuable and front of mind with engaged information, which will help your employees not only know what to do, but how to do the right thing. And always remember, one of the absolute keys is for them to raise their hand and speak up. If they raise their hand and speak up, and you have a true culture of listen up, then you'll foster trust, creativity, and doing business ethically going forward. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The Compliance Tip of the Day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network. Finally, this podcast contains promotional materials.